We're at the conclusion of qualifying round 3. We are mere hours away from Judgment Day. Except, it's not Judgment Day, is it? It's Judgment Days. There's 2 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's Judgment Days, but whatever. Let's not get lost in the weeds. This is a bit of an off-the-cuff video. I've just got snooker.org open in front of me. What a website! I'm going to pick things up in the meaty end of qualifying 2, then touch on qualifying 3. What's set up for Judgment Day, you know what I mean? Touch on the highlights, touch on the shocks, the not-so-shocks, the weird moments. There's been some weird moments. I'm not going to touch on my actual predictions for the World Championship because I've got a bigger boy video coming later this week in that regard. So let's see. First off, the elder statesman. You know, like Jimmy White, he's out. Ken Doherty, he's out. Anthony Hamilton, he's out. It's not like I expected them to qualify, but it's just so nice having people like that at the Crucible. People who helped build the Crucible into what it is, into its significance today. You feel like they deserve to be there. Another thing I want to mention is, we all know the women didn't do too well. They were all knocked out in round 1. But the best performer in that regard was Bai Yulu. She was up against Jason Kendrick. Took 7 frames off him. And Kendrick got over the line on a respotted black after Bai needed snookers. I think it's baby steps with a lot of the women players, and that is actually more than the baby step. That's really impressive. Because Christ, you'd be shitting yourself, wouldn't you? I would be. My head falls off when I'm playing my mates, let alone qualifying for the World Championship. Another thing I want to touch on is matches being pulled off. I don't know if you've seen or heard about this, but like matches, you know, that go on too long and start to strain to the other sessions, get pulled off. And yeah, we've seen that at other tournaments, but oh my God, there's a lot. There's loads, more than I can list. And there's one, where is it? I want to find it. Yeah, here we go. Ben Mertens beat Rod Lawler 10-9 in round 2. The match was pulled off when Lawler was 9-7 up. I'd be fuming. I'd be absolutely fuming if I was a Rod. You're on the verge of victory, and then actually, no, you got to come back later just to lose. Oh, man. Another little thing here. Chris Wakelin made his 100th career century against Lucas Kleckers. He went through, but only 100 centuries for Chris Wakelin. How old is he? Load. Load. No internet. Have I knocked something? Yes, I've knocked something. Chris Wakelin's only 32. Chris Wakelin's only 32? Okay. Suddenly his career is quite impressive to me. Anyway, lost in the weeds. That's exactly what I was on about. We're getting lost in the weeds. Let's go back to the results. Stuart Bingham beat Stuart Carrington 10-9 in a decider from 7-9 down. Oh, he's got away with it there, hasn't he? Jesus. Bingham needs this. Bingham needs to be at the Crucible. He is down in 29th now in the rankings. Sorry, guys, this is proper improvised. My boy, Joe O'Connor. My boy has beaten Julian Leclerc 10-1. Oh! Nothing against Julian, but I love Joe. This is the thing about qualifying, right? There's so many matches with so many top players that so much happens. Nopon Sankam 10, Andy Hicks 5. In frame 10, Sankam made his second 147, which happened to be the 147th career century for him. Fun, fun. As I'm recording this, there's still plenty of round 3 matches going on. Judgment Day isn't quite set in stone. I'm just going off, you know, the confirmed results. Maguire, through. Dominic Dale, through. Come on. Matthew Stevens, through. I was listening to David Hendon's podcast this week, and he mentioned the fact that Stevens is right up there with best players never to win the World Championship, and I think it's a fair one. I haven't actually thought of that before. Jack Lazowski, through. This is a big banana skin. Like, if Jack doesn't get to the Crucible, man, come on. You then ask yourself, in what direction is his career trending? Not a good one. Sorry. Oh! Oh! Right, just looking at Judgment Day fixtures here. Jack Lazowski versus Matthew Stevens. Baby. Ricky Walden versus Mark Davis. Dominic Dale's up against Higo Kwan. Sorry, I probably pronounced that awfully. Zhao Wei Long versus Jack Jones. Last year's surprise package at the Crucible, Jack Jones. Up against one of the lads who snaps at the heels of the top 16 constantly. Stephen Maguire's up against Wan Sijun. Louis Heathcote can be absolutely buzzing to get to Q round 4. Up against Stuart Bingham as well. Big match. Big match. Hossein Fafai beat Marco Fu, and he'll be up against Yang Jun. So I would expect to see Fafai at the Crucible again. My boy Joe O'Connor's up against Matthew Selt. Good match that. Christ! Jackson Page versus Nopon Sankam. Chao Yupeng versus Pang Junju. The quality of these qualifiers, man. Jesus. Just to wrap it up, there are some games still ongoing as I'm recording this, so it's absolutely pointless for me to touch on them because by the time this is up, they'll be over. But looks like Robertson's through. Joe Perry's in a battle with Scott Donaldson. He needs a bit of a comeback there. David Gilbert beating David Lilly. Looks like he'll go through. That would be huge for Gilbert to get back to the Crucible. We all remember that horrible kick in the semis a few years ago. Ryan Day, ranked 18th, multiple event winner. Needs this, beating John Astley. Anyway, I've got lost in the weeds. This has been a really messy video. I hope you don't mind. I'm just excited, aren't you? Aren't you? This is the time of the season. I'm just fucking buzzing for this. What a tournament this is going to be, guys. On Thursday, I'm going to do like a big preview, a big off-the-cuff preview. I'm really looking forward to doing that. And I'm hoping with my work schedule and other commitments allowing, I want to do an almost daily sort of like 10 to 20 minute roundup of what's going on at the World Championship. Look, I rarely say this, but please subscribe. What a time this is for snooker content creators. I don't just mean me. There's plenty of others out there. I don't want to start listing them and then leave people out. They're all producing really good stuff, and now's the time to, you know, give them a bit of support. World Championships, we're all buzzing for it. Let's have it. The content's going to be great. The action's going to be great. And obviously, any predictions you've got, get them down there. Not down there. You know what I mean. See you later.